All right, guys, this is Dr. McFarland. I am answering a question that a recent viewer had on the, what is this? The 85 M-2 Lead channel, which is essentially the Mesa Mark II, I guess C plus or something like that. I'm not quite sure about that, but in general, this should be fine. So what we're looking at here is, so I have a simple rig made just with the amp and a cab. Okay. And notice this is the confusion here. So notice there's a treble middle bass, but there's also a separate volume. Okay. We have a drive, we have a master volume, and then we have an output level. Okay. Now, what's happening here, and this is due to the recent 4.1 update, any amp model that you see now on the Headrush, Prime, Core, or Flex Prime will have an added output level. Okay, this is not found on the original amp at all, and it's much like the amp channel volume, like on a Helix from line 6, or just an output volume on a Fractal or a Quad Cortex, or even a Tonemaster Pro. Okay, so this is a separate parameter from the original amp that just gives you a clean volume up or down. Okay, it's just like taking one of these faders right here in front of me on this mixing board, Yamaha TF5, and I'm just moving the volume up and down. Okay, so regardless of where the amp level is set, okay, if you're gonna dial in this M2 lead amp channel, then you're going to want to mess with volume, master volume, and drive. Okay. Now, I did do a Google search because, Google is our friend today. And it says the Mesa Boogie Mark II amplifier features a single channel with 2 modes. Okay. I'm not even sure this is the same model that Headrush is modeled, but let's just go with it. Okay. So there's a rhythm clean and a lead overdrive distortion. It utilizes a single set of controls that affect both modes, with the lead mode layering over the clean channel. Key controls include volume 1 with pull and bright treble shift, treble bass mid master 1 with pull deep, and a lead drive with pull lead and master lead. Okay, so volume 1 controls the input gain for both modes. It features a pull drive switch that adds top end sparkle and pull treble shift that scoops the mids. Okay. This model does have a bright. Okay. So they've kind of modeled that part of it. You're not getting any of the other options there for a treble shift that scoops the mids. There's nothing like that on this model. Okay. So what I'm seeing from that is there's a drive knob that controls the overall amount of drive, I guess, for both channels. And then maybe this volume is for clean, possibly. And then the master volume is for maybe just the overall volume of everything. Okay. Because it does say master 1 controls the overall volume of the amp in both modes. The pull deep switch adds low end girth. There's a lead drive, controls the amount of overdrive and distortion in the lead mode. And then lead master controls the overall volume of the lead mode. So I'm not even sure that this model even has a lead mode. I'm not sure, but there is a volume 1, then there's a lead drive, and there's a lead master. So let's just say, for example, there's no master 1. Let's just say we have a volume, we have a lead drive, and then we have a lead master. Because I just seriously doubt they modeled both channels on this amp. So you're getting the drive, which is your lead drive. There's a volume for that channel, then there's a master volume. Okay. Now, regardless of those 3 volumes or drives, we do have an additional output level that was added in firmware 4.1 for the amp. So just leave the output level alone for now. And then just, dial in the drive how you want and so forth. So let's actually mess around with this volume here. See what we got. Okay. crank up this drive, bring this down. Okay, let's go here, check my output. All right, I'm gonna bring up the output level here just a little bit, okay? I'm adjusting levels also on my my mixing board here, so. Okay, so that's just with the volume all the way down, and that's actually pretty clean sounding. I've always found this amp to be pretty dark, but I've never really messed with the volume and drive accordingly. So let's bring the drive back down a little bit and then just bring this volume up. Just see what that does. So this master volume is controlling the overall volume of the amp, I think. Or at least it's not bringing it all the way down to like nothing, but it's definitely reducing it a little bit. So probably 50% is nominal, or like the normalized volume. But notice when we bring this volume all the way down, regardless if this drive is up or not, okay, we are getting a pretty good volume or distortion sound, even with this volume all the way down. So let's bring it up to like 20% and maybe bring our output level down just so we're not slamming the input of my audio interface. Okay, turn the bright on. Interesting. That's a lot of gain there, folks. So let's bring this volume back up. Because I think the more gain you have, I mean, there's like a certain point within the gain stage where you're just not getting the results that you want. You know, there's like the concept of I don't remember what it's called. The deteriorating returns. Something, whatever that saying is. Diminishing returns. A point of diminishing returns. There you go. Okay, let's bring this volume up more. Now, I did in my last video, I said, you know, if you push the master, you are getting more power amp distortion. So I'm assuming that bringing this volume up here is where the power amp is living. Now I'm going to bring the bass down a little bit. And we got this. Okay, it's not bad. Let's bring it back down and then bring up our output volume. All right, so there you go. I kind of like the drive down and the volume in the middle and the bass down a little bit. I will bring up the treble just a smidge and maybe scoop the mids a little bit as well. So. DC's in the house. What's up, man? Doing good. I'm gonna hear all that noise. The default for the gate threshold is now 120%. It used to be 60, and that threw off a lot of people. So I'm gonna bring up my threshold until all that noise just kind of goes away. I'm first actually gonna do this. Let's bring up the noise filter, which still allows the full threshold to come through, or the full amount of volume to come through, but you're just clearing out a lot of that low noise. And then you can bring up the gate threshold maybe around like 85 or so. It's probably good, especially for high gain amps. And then let's add a delay real fast. Let's just make a cool little rig here. Yeah, we're just going to do the dyne delay, which is more of like a stereo delay anyways. I got fireworks going off outside, so happy 4th of July, everybody. Let's bring the mix of this down. Ish. Something like that. Make sure the tails are on. We'll bring in a reverb. Let's actually use the new C-verb, which is brand new. We'll go to spaces. We'll make it a room. Small room. Let's try that. All right, so just kind of testing the small room sound. It got turned off somehow. Okay, definitely a small room. You can use a high pass filter on that. Cut out some of the lows. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right, there's that. You probably want to add some kind of boost beforehand. I like the JRC. Let's use the default settings. Actually bring the drive down and the level all the way up. And now this gives you the ultimate Metallica type sound, I guess. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Nothing fancy going on here. We're just dialing in the amp with the volume, the drive, and the master volume, and then adjusting our output level accordingly. So let me know if you have any questions down below. You know, every rig doesn't have to be a kitchen sink rig. It can literally just be as simple as a drive, an amp, a cab, delay, and reverb. If that's all you need, you know. If you need a phase or flange, you can go here, add in one of those. Let's do the orange phaser mono. Check this out. So we're gonna bring the rate down pretty low, and then we have this. And you could add that to a momentary switch. So as long as you keep your foot on the switch, it'll turn on, and then when your foot comes off, it turns off. So not every part of the song needs a phase on all the time, but maybe just bringing it in and out on different parts is what you want. So, all right, to that one person that was asking the question, I can't remember his name. You know who you are out there when you see the video. So I hope that helps on dialing in the Mesa Boogie M2 Lead amp. And let me know if you have any other questions. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.